be buying weed and stupid shit like that. And before you know it, I'll be like, next week I'm gonna get that mouse because I don't want to get a trash. I got stuck in the last edition. I want to spend a good 30 or 40. I want to get a solid joint. You know what I mean? I keep on buying these little nice looking mouses, but they be like $15, and I wonder why the shits don't last. And we are going live. Yep. Just popped in.
Yeah. We different going.
Notes.
Nah, because my motherfucking phone usually be in my phone, but my shit is on.
Speaking of phone, I need to put my shit on silent now for I get caught out there.
Don't forget to call Bubby. Big facts.
Oh, I done between next one. I did call. He ain't pick up. Ironically, that you said.
Really?
Yeah, don't worry about it though.
No, I'm just saying that's just not like him.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. You know, I'm the man with the plan.
He's a man with the plan. What's up with Nino Brown?
Shit. I still see Nino every once in a while. I don't have his number in the phone. Mm-hmm. My girl dealt with it still to this day. So I see her. She like, babe, take your ass now. I ain't going down. It was on you or whatever. So I had to go.
Female. That was the first thing I said.
Yeah, you better ask.
It was like, it's a man. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be out there in a minute.
All right, so you ready? L-Biz, as it goes. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. Oh, calm the fuck on. What are we doing?
Start leaving the fuck out.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm doing me. All right. Greetings and salutations. I am your host. He's the Don ManCave Talk, the crew. What's good?
What's going on?
Part of the crew we do have over here to my left.
Yeah.
Over here to my right, we got guests. To the left is the crew. Over here to the right is the guests.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
was
sir.
on last week, but the champ is back.
Lord.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh yeah.
I was doing that shit last week.
I'm about to say, a lot of people in sports history have improved. You don't gotta spell it to be it, baby.
Okay, I give you that. Yeah, you do. All right, well, shit. So I guess go ahead and introduce yourself before we get busy.
My name is L-Biz.
Yo, I'm Reese, the Source Academy kid.
The Source Academy kid. All right. I don't like the Source Academy kid. Got a lot of dirt behind. I don't know what we can do about that.
I don't know what you do about either.
I don't know.
You got a light right above him.
I mean, no.
My bad.
Oh, yeah,
Get some light on my bad.
Take
My
the
bad.
They like that one's got to see him over there in the cut.
Take the third joint and point it
Yeah,
out.
where we going? We
Yeah,
live, right?
Yeah, the camera's fine.
Yeah,
You
man.
putting it on
Light
like,
on my man
you
there.
put him on like, where was you the night of the 15th?
I introduce yourself again while they got slide on you and shit.
I'm Reese, the Source Academy kid.
The Source Academy kid. I like that shit. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Copyrighted? Is that copyright? Not yet.
Yes, it is. Get it quick.
Yes, it is.
No, listen.
I'm Roddy Pipers, and I'm the Academy.
Listen. It's like this on the podcast. We got a lot of followers. Not many here in the state, but we got tons of other countries that listen to us. So I mean, we definitely get some insight on your name.
Nigeria,
like
Brazil,
Japan.
My people from Norway, Scotland.
Oh, here we go.
White ladies.
Here we go.
So I think we know which fighters we got today.
Is it slight racist?
Slightly racist.
No,
fighters.
I ain't
Slightly
slightly
racist.
No.
And I guess slightly racist fighters in denial too. Apparently, not like down south.
It's like a hint of racist.
Like a little sprinkle.
They say some shit like the Arabs over there with them things on there. Why would you even say that?
You can't say that.
You know everybody.
I hate everybody. Middle Eastern listeners.
Right.
I hate everybody. Right, you on that side? I'm on
Yeah, you on this side. Remember,
Shout out. I wasn't here for last week, so shout outs to the 11 ring king, Bill Russell. R.I.P. I think he's one of the people that got a lot of his roses before he passed, which is good. We getting better with that as a people, just generally knowing that he wanted to live to a nice age. And like I said, still considered one of in everybody's book, probably top 5, top 10 basketball players of all time.
I'm gonna talk my shit.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
People did a lot for the game of basketball, but
it was a Celtic.
No, not even that.
It was a Celtic.
Not even that. It's just it's as great as he was. He did good stuff he did on the basketball court. The 11 championships, you can't deny that. But when you only got a league, we started out with 4 teams, then 8, and you ain't got to go through a motherfucking league that got 32 fucking teams. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
So I just wanted this.
Let's
Nah, I just want to throw that out there. Go ahead, y'all got any shots out? I just want to, I was like, my shit somewhere. I'm like, goddamn shit, man. And let the man live or die.
Yeah, right. He's like,
I was adding some shit. You got any shout out?
Don't call your ass.
Sports shout out, hometown shout out to Von Miller. Because ports on the toilet tissue. Von Miller said, yo, the tissue here was different, and then he got flooded with tissue.
Hell yeah.
All kind of special rhythm, some hip tissue. Some too, bro.
How can you not? Hip for your wipe your ass.
I don't know. Can you get
hey, chick licking your balls. I'm like, damn, this one like weed out here. I'm like, maybe it was our white with.
I was about to say, like, damn, nigga, you need to stop smoking. Now I don't smoke, but the stuff that I use.
The shit that I wipe my ass with. It's like motherfucking gelato. You smell gelato out there. I can just smell it. All right, we gonna give you a shout out. My man, got a shout out.
Yeah, I got a shout out to Aaron Rodgers for taking ayahuasca the 2 years before he got his MVP. So took ayahuasca, got the MVP. Did it again, got the MVP. Now he's talking about it in a way where it's like he's informed.
Okay, you gotta put us down with that before you even start. We will stop right there. What is that? Elaborate. Because I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Tell them what it is.
Yeah, break it down.
So like, I'm Source Academy. I got that name because I've been taking mushrooms for like about 9 years, but mad different things. I mean, like, same way people smoke weed, mushrooms help with like anxiety, depression, blah.
Before they could say, I see that mushrooms started coming to the mainstream now a lot. Like, I've been paying attention to a lot of shit, and I see that they're like, I won't say pushing it. They're not using like before, as mushrooms would say, like, saying this is a hard thing, gateway to all this shit. And I didn't try to say it's like weed now. There's some earth is more natural, shit like that. I even control, but I have noticed that it's starting to be more into the mainstream.
They're trying to. I mean, like, it's a lot of clinical tests, like Johns Hopkins, NYU, and Imperial College in London. Like, they basically finding out what they left after they criminalized it, which is it can help you in all these ways if you're doing it in a smart way. Right. But like, that's mushrooms. Mushrooms are regular. Mushrooms grow out of shit, grow out of dirt.
Right. Absolutely.
But the ayahuasca shit is something else. It's like a brew. Like,
Miranda did something like that. She had it in the tea.
Yeah.
She went in the tea.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I mean, they make it into a tea. It's like, I was listening to him talk about it, and I hadn't heard anybody talk about it in a minute, but it's a very thick tea. It's a bark down in South America, and it's a particular leaf. They mix it together, they stew that shit for hours and hours, and you take it, and it's like you have psychological,
like almost like a hallucination type of thing, something like that.
But it's very particular to the person, so it's like it helps you get through your traumas and shit.
So I heard a lot about that mushroom, but the one common thing I've heard about people taking mushroom is color. They said the one thing, like the people I talked to, even my son, shout out to Deshaun, when he told me that he experienced mushrooms, he said the first thing he noticed was like color through like vibrations. So if music was playing, like color was coming from it, people were speaking. I met Connors was on here one time, and he talked about taking mushrooms. He said he looked in the mirror and everything was turning green. Remember that? You know what I mean? So I get, like you said, it depends on the person, but the one thing I do hear in common,
the third eye, etc. It can also be horrible and fucking scary.
Depending on your hemisphere.
I ain't never did it because I heard all the bad shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never done it because I don't know how the fuck I'm really gonna react to it. You feel me? That's like for me, like I don't drink and I have a real high tolerance. At least I'm drinking. I don't know what stuff he's gonna hop out. Once I black out, I don't know if that's an angry way from it.
And it's funny that we having this conversation. I actually had somebody probably about a year ago. I don't know what it is. Maybe you run into the same problem, but all people who aren't black, they all assume that all big black motherfuckers know where all the drugs is at and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got a story before we even get into this. And you go ahead. I got a story to this. Go ahead.
So I was like, you know what I'm saying? At first I started laughing because at first, like from what we know from mushrooms, it's an old drug. Like to me, that was like somebody like, hey, you know what some acid is? Like, nigga, ain't nobody did acid since 1972.
Right.
Like, who the fuck did mushrooms?
That's right.
I didn't know this was
And no, it's like mushrooms is like, let me go to the man on the corner. That's something you can't find on the corner. You gotta know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah.
I can get you some mushrooms, but I gotta call somebody that knows somebody that don't get mushrooms. I mean, like, I can put you in the right direction.
Yeah, I had no link, but now I see, you know what I'm saying, they was breaking it down, kind of like you was breaking it down, where it's got other effects. Like, I'm not looking for the actual stoner effects of it. They're like, I got weed and liquor for that. I'm looking for that for this, you know what I'm saying?
And the people that took a mushroom was eating the seed, you know what I'm saying? Consciously weighing with it.
Let me get that right there.
Motherfucker says too, but the story to elaborate with someone with big nigga with glasses. I'm in the laundromat right there with Hurdo and Dumb. It is, I gonna say, it's packed, but we'll say for the sake of argument, just in case, you know, especially in this one, it can pop off in this one. It's because so Delaware Hurdo don't mean shit. Pack house is right across the street. So this little old white lady come walking in, and I see her because, you know, I'm always paying attention to my surroundings, and I'm also a people watcher, not in a stalking way. I like to see people mannerisms and different shit like that. I mean, that's how I learned that people are really scares, like for real, without even saying it because of how I be peeping shit. But
see other people.
Like, yo, for real, like really, like is that necessary? But anyway, she essentially stood the laundromat. And I'm like right here, like where the door's at, back door, right here with the dryers. I'm actually putting myself almost all the way out. So she has sense of shit. I look away. She walks around, you know, all the way around, looking at everybody. She gets to me, like literally, like sitting right to me, just like you. And she look at me like, "You got anything?" I look at her like, first of all, I'm in my chef pants. I ain't gonna say done time for work, but I had a shot. I'm like, let me go knock off this laundry before I go and relax. You feel me? So I was talking about Richard. I'm like, she's like, I said anything like what? She's like, you know, right? That's what you said, you know. I said, and what makes you think I'm still drunk? She looked at me like, and just walked away. I said, yo. And she sized me up like 4 times. Like, I know you got something in your pocket, big nigga.
She was looking at your sneaker,
and the watch,
your glasses,
all that shit.
Your fatness and your darkness.
And you would not know if I'm right from the motherfucking restaurant.
You look like Rick Ross, so let me ask you if you got something.
Like, God damn, like, yo, that shit crazy.
But now, reverse the situation for me. I ain't nothing like y'all. I'm sitting down, America. Y'all can't see how tall I am, but I'll be honest with you. I'm all of but 5'7", 5'7.5" with some Timbs on. Okay, I don't look like a fucking drug dealer. I'm like a regular ass nigga. No fucking brown.
Yeah, that's no problem. Hold on. And the one that's Brown at this table don't look like a drug dealer. I ain't gonna blow nobody up. That's a whole other subject.
This nigga, it would have happened like this.
Oh shit!
Just started happening. Like, no, what the fuck I look like? So, but what you need?
All right, shit. Let's get on into it. All right, so I got a couple who will win scenarios on here before we actually get into some sports shit. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna start off right out with football. Who would win? Defensive teams. They both had dominant running back. They both had mediocre quarterbacks. They defense won. They both their championships. So before you answer that question, think about it. Who do you pick? 85 Bears, 2001 Ravens.
Okay.
But you got Ray Lewis, Chris McAllister, Quincy Game. So if you know, you can't say
Ravens offense.
Shit, Jamal Lewis,
fucking Trent Dilfer. I forgot
who was they fucking receiver? They had one receiver. Just like they had one. Who the fuck the Bears had? Walter Payton, Willie Gault, and Jim McMahon. That's what I'm saying. We gonna base it on like who's the better defense in your eyes.
I gotta say the Ravens.
You gotta say the Ravens?
Yeah. Only because I'm gonna say the Ravens because the athleticism is different. Football, like they're gonna be more advanced on some scheme shit.
I feel you on that. Yeah, see? Hold on, before you continue, once again, you hit me with that crap.
I don't.
That was a good analogy right there. That was nice.
Well, you know what? The more recent shit.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, well that's good. You'll be able to do that. Who wins these choices? I got you.
I'm gonna agree with them. I'm gonna go for the Ravens. I'm gonna go for almost the same reason, but like a different reason. There's been so many rules implanted to make games more high scoring. Mm-hmm. There's been so many rules to help out the quarterback, to help out the line, to help out the wide receiver. Is more impressive than what the Bears did, because Bears did, you can clean somebody's clock and be straight back in 85, where you clean somebody's clock the wrong way when the Ravens did it and you got a 15-yard penalty. So for them to do what they did is a little bit more impressive because it's harder.
I think you still was able to clean people. When they got the why I'm going to pick the Bears is because of the running backs. I just think Walter Payton was better than Jamal Lewis because when it comes to like defense, Ray Lewis, Michael Singletary, damn near the fucking mirrors of themselves. You feel me? You get into the secondary and all that, like it's almost you cancel yourself out.
Right.
You feel me? I gotta go with the quarterbacks, running back, like receivers come down to the running backs for me, and I just think Sweetness was just a little bit better than Jamal.
I think Walter Payton is better, but I think the Ravens had a better line.
Oh. Okay, all right. Why was you going with?
I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Here we go. Though this one right here is a little tricky right here. Who will win?
Okay.
90 Bulls. Oh, excuse me. No. We gonna skip that one. Excuse me. 90 Bills or the 2021 Bills.
I'm going with the 90 Bills.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm going with the 90 Bills.
Definitely.
I'll tell you why, because these niggas now ain't got no rank. Where you have one of the
Thurman.
I so as much as I like Jim Kelly, I think Josh Allen is like better than Jimmy.
No, but the offenses to me they wash. The defenses.
Right. Yeah, I do that.
The front four of the '90s Bills.
Yeah, I mean,
it's out of here.
Right.
It's out of here.
The front
It's
side.
out of here.
Yeah. I just thought it was
Right.
That's
the linebackers.
Crazy.
It's over.
Like that's what fucking 6 Hall of Famers, 5 Hall of Famers. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then they had Leonard Smith.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. This is Bills defenses now.
Man, I wanted the '90s Bills, but I don't think.
That show.
Like who else was really scrambling back then?
And that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't know how to play it. It's not like they'd be athletic. They wouldn't know how to play it because nobody was athletic like that for real. You had Randall and Warren, Steve Young. Those are the only 3 niggas that was running back then.
Steve was his way out, but yeah, he definitely had the other
That offensive line that the Bills got, man, compared to the defensive line.
Yeah.
I think it's like respect to Josh Allen, he gonna be doing a whole lot of running.
That's Bruce Smith alone gonna be on his body.
Right.
Bad
All right,
things,
we're gonna skip. We're gonna go to one that you might not know about, but we're gonna throw one out there anyway. Who will win? The 2019 Lightning or the 2003 Saki right here? Yeah. That's out of my way.
Who fighting?
Wow. All right, I'll take the ring on this one.
This is just a tight one.
It's a tight one, and we go back to the defense, and I gotta say the Avs. The Avs had way better defensive men and a way better goalie.
Yeah, Patrick Waugh was that shit. Now, I ain't taking off from what's name for the Lightning. He's a stud, but
he's sweet, but he ain't no Waugh.
Patrick Waugh was definitely
no Waugh.
And neither
one of the defensive players could stand up to Bork. Neither one
of
them.
That's a fact.
Old ass last season Bork.
Yeah, that's Ray.
You know what I'm saying? That's Ray Bork.
Yeah, 22 seasons. Yeah, but he bought out that season.
But he was still top 5 defenseman in the league. Like his skill, talent, or athleticism, none of that shit declined. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, with the defense, the Avs.
Yeah, we hockey.
I don't. I watched that. You know, the Sabres had that run, maybe like 3-4 year run.
Yeah, right.
Into it.
Yeah.
It's a solid sport.
It is. And once you get into it, understand the lines and the rules. That shit's fucking awesome.
And I vote for it more over almost the other 3 sports, just because out of all the 4 sports, there's less politics and less all that bullshit is involved in that shit. You don't got a Kyrie Irving in fucking hockey. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't got all that bullshit.
You know, it's out on the ice. So that's another thing.
Right. And I think that's the reason why it's less bullshit. Because they're able to voice that shit. You know what, nigga? I'm gonna see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. When 88 Lakers or 95 Bulls?
You talking about the Showtime Lakers? I'm not sure.
Showtime
Lakers.
Yeah, that's what AC Green, Worthy, Magic, Kareem. The list goes on. The 95 Bulls was that last run.
And that Bulls, wow.
It's a tight one. It's a tight one.
And this was like we did before. We might have to go position by position for this one. Yeah. That's how close this is. So all right. So let's break it down. Point guard is point guard.
It's like he's always got Magic and Jordan. Eliminate those two because we already know what they can do. Let's analyze everybody else after that.
Yeah. See, I don't think that's a cancel only because Jordan's defensive ability is way over Magic.
He can do with the ball. That shouldn't even matter.
But he ain't never play up against nobody like a Scottie Pippen. And I wouldn't imagine that they would put Ron Harper on Magic. So
yeah, but the Scotty still got to check motherfuckers like AC King, James Worthy,
right?
Fucking
Kurt Rand,
like it's other motherfuckers like that Pippen would have to worry about.
I mean, AC Green is a wash.
Was it Robert Horry?
No, that's not.
Robin and AC Green is a wash.
I will check Worthy then.
Worthy and Pippen is a wash.
Okay. But I thought
who gonna check Kareem?
And that's the problem too.
That's
where the problem. That's what I was about to say. That's where the problem comes because all three of them niggas together can't rock with Kareem.
I mean, but this is not. Yeah, but 95 Bulls they did have 7 7-footers. So.
Oh yeah, they had with Judge Bushler and.
Not short Lucas.
They wasn't.
They got Macklin. Yeah, they got all those boys.
They wasn't shooting threes like that.
Who you think, my man?
I don't know because I'm too ignorant to the '88 Lakers to even be able to compare.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what it's like.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
You already know.
I'm gonna give you Piper's answer for every one question that you ask. Whoever's the oldest team.
Hey, say no more. Like I said, when you born in 47, you tend to pick the older team.
Fresh out of high school.
All right, here we go. I got one. Here we go. Who's the most influential athlete, past or present?
In all sports or just basketball?
No, all sports. Past or present. This is tough. This is tough because now you gotta think about your answer and then give your reason why.
I got
on and off.
Okay. I don't think a lot of people gonna like it, but I got one.
Give your answer. It don't matter.
Tiger Woods.
Oh, that's not bad. Who gives a fuck about that Chiefs?
Yeah,
look, man.
Yeah,
we all men on this panel.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Now that you start watching the game, never watched before.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
So many different colors, not just black, but other national.
That's what I'm saying.
Golfer.
That to me,
shit. Let's be honest. When the Arabs even had his live league and it was Tiger, probably let's just be honest. Probably. We ain't even gonna talk about what he did in the ring. Outside the ring, right. I mean, come on.
That's my thing, right?
Motherfucker went to jail because he refused to go fuck the white man's boy. That's enough for me. Right. Fuck anything else. That right there is enough for me. Yeah. I'm about to do this jail time and fight your shit. Straight like that. That's enough for me, man. Fuck you. Where my bunk at? I'm laying it down. And when I get out, I'm still gonna be the champ because can't nobody beat me.
Hell yeah.
So that's what it is. Let's get it.
That nigga like Rico and Payne in full. When I get out, I'm still gonna be king.
Oh man! You want to hear something? I don't know if y'all got that chat, but on Facebook, I don't necessarily watch people's stories. I go down to the videos pop up and I click a video and I'm on that shit. Maybe an hour just laugh at that shit. So I missed a lot of shit on Facebook because I'm focused on the videos. But with that being said, a clip of the verses of Dipset and the Locks, and I watched that shit like 8 o'clock this morning, just like man. Yeah, that shit, that shit.
Jordan, them niggas. Shout out to Jada Kiss, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, that's a whole other subject. I decided to get that out. Well, if I gotta go influential though, I would definitely have to say, damn, I had so many people just flash through my head just now.
Right.
But I gotta go Jim Brown.
Nice.
I mean, he did on the field is.
Right.
I mean, let's talk about more off the field. Had that kind of culture with the black people no more. That the culture that Muhammad Ali and Jim Brown brought to the black people. So like that's just. Right. I mean that's for me.
That's a good one.
All right. Yeah, he went Jim Brown. I was gonna go Jim Brown for that point, but since you went Jim Brown, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna say Dennis Rodman.
Okay, all right.
Now I gotta explain it.
Listen. It's a reason why.
I'm saying like considering the times and the way that they are with the fluidity of humanity and sexuality and boldness and culture, not just like what I'm saying, black culture, but in culture like American culture.
Right.
Like imagine the guy like Kim Jong-un is he a few feet away from the button.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
And Rodman go over there, have the boldness to go over there and do that. Like,
right.
My man was with Madonna, like.
Right. They won't blow shit up.
Right. It's like energetic about it. I think that was very empowering to just.
And to elaborate on more what you said, and he was himself once he realized who he was, because in Detroit he was himself, but he wasn't himself personally.
Right.
Once he, when I say he was, by the time he got to Sacramento, you knew who Dennis Rodman was.
Exactly.
And he pulling out his dressing up in wedding dresses and
Right.
makeup and all this shit. Well, that was a frown upon.
Yeah.
Now that's nothing. You see motherfucker walk down the street, that's
Right.
nothing now.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman did that shit when that shit was us in the closet.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
no,
made me really think.
yeah, that you gotta think
I
about
would
it.
go take Jackie Robinson, you know.
Okay,
since my
Jackie.
man-
No,
since my
that's
man
a good
took,
one.
what's
Jackie
his
is
name,
good.
but,
Jackie's real good.
that's who I would
Jackie,
take.
yeah, Jackie is good. I mean,
we all know his on and off field shit is fucking just documented. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker. Like, we didn't even gotta say his off field accomplishments.
and I,
We know.
I think about so much deeper than that because he had, as the people would say, he had the place to be in that position, to be the first black man to break that color culture.
Right.
Because in his time, he wasn't the only sweet one.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
No,
But he
yeah.
could.
Right.
They knew this man had seen Jackie Robinson, seen his poise, seen his attitude, knew that he would be able to take this shit. Because you can imagine. Because in order for you to shut those white folks up at that time, you had to perform on that field.
Right.
So imagine the shit he was in restaurants, what he heard on his way to the field, and to put that shit on his shoulders like it's nothing. I'm about to get out here and shut all these white up. You feel me? That don't even take a hold of us. That take a sense of pride. Because me personally, you get me, I'm like, our chance, you get me in the back of the head with a soda can. I'm in the stands. That's because that's who I am.
Right.
But that's what they right. They shoot nature. He said, fuck that. That's not us. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna represent us, and I'm gonna show these white people that black motherfuckers can play this fucking game too, and the rest is fucking history. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to football now. Can Michael Thomas be a top?
Yes.
I don't know if he's got the required equipment around him to do it, but he has the physical gifts. He's a hell of a route runner. He's good in the in the red zone. He has all the tools.
Right.
To be.
I can see that.
But does he have the weapons? Does he have the shit around him?
No, the thing is, right,
Right,
because he hurt right now. He day in practice.
The line ain't all that good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why Kamara be running for his fucking life. It only takes 6 handoffs a game, and the rest of the shit be dumps because that line is not that good.
Yeah. What you think about that? What you think about that?
See, this is the thing.
New way.
Okay, this look. I like
that.
that. Look. This ain't for me. I ain't gonna talk about this one.
He said, "That's a sports academy, motherfucker." I didn't, did I'm going with Zach.
I'm going with Sunshine.
You got faith in Sunshine too.
You always have faith in Sunshine. I had
Clemson, man.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna go with Zach because I believe that the Jets did enough to get him to be. He's not a bad quarterback. He was in a bad situation last season. I think this will be a lot better for him. But the one thing I'm going to Zach Wilson. But on the other hand, Lawrence has a coach that can put him where he need to be
right now.
So you know, what I'm saying he will have a way better season.
I think Zach had an opportunity last year to really show a little bit, a lot more than show.
Yeah, but
in comparison, I know that the Jets situation is a total mess.
Right, but when Corey Davis went down, it was over.
True.
You feel me? And then when his guys decided to go down for the season, now he running from his life, and a young quarterback should not be running for their life. Now you got two offensive coordinators in the same season. Like, you had a lot of bullshit again. Hold on. I'm a Patriot fan. I should have liked the music.
No, you said it.
But this is a podcast. I just gotta speak. That's the only reason why. I'm gonna flame the shit out of them. This, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different story. Swap me. What the fuck? Jacksonville and fucking Urban Meyer, the whole thing. He got strip clubs. And that whole thing was a mess. They both had messy situations, so. I mean, I think they both would be.
See, I don't know. With Sunshine, he gets too much of a pretty boy. Like, he just seemed like, I don't know. Like, it seemed like somebody gonna just snap him smooth in the 60s.
And I think that's why he could. I think that look is what make people underestimate him. I'm not even gonna talk about that.
He gotta do this shit right here. Look at goddamn Head and Shoulders commercial.
I ain't gonna talk about that bullshit. All right, let's go to this one. Who looks worse?
You.
I think I look pretty good though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm about to say, let's see.
I'm
about to say, yeah, he got about a studio apartment on today.
No. If these phones were Nick and not Cavaliers, then yeah. Don't let them fool you. You see the C in the back. Yeah. Only got them with a color scheme and not with the team. Now, if it was a Nick joint, so I definitely spend a grip for them because you can't find them. Which you got on today? The Thanos joint? Which one you got on today? No, this is an aviator joint.
Yeah, I'm about to say my studio apartment. You ain't like a 2-bedroom.
No,
Stop
it. Here we go. Listen, let's talk about it because everybody knows what's happening with him in management right now. Do we not? Or I'm sure the owner told him it's either me or Steve Nash and Sam. What's his name? I got his name written down. Sam Marks. Sam Marks is the GM. Mm-hmm. Steve Nash is the coach. He went to the owners. Either me or him. And the GM came on and headed with it could side with the coach and GM. Mm-hmm. So now what do you do? Who's at fault for this? What the fuck is going on with the Brooklyn organization that we might not know?
Right.
Man, you feel me?
Be something deeper than that for him to go right to their head, right at their heads.
He went right at their heads. Yeah. But now as an owner, you stick with your and my GM. Now what do you do with Durant? You're not just gonna give him up.
They dropped the ball anyway, asking for the farm for Kevin Durant, like with no market. They dropped the ball on that. So it's hard to say.
But we know how that happened. That was Kyrie's begging.
True.
That's how he got, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they want to aim for a caliber type player like that, but the reason why for Kevin Durant specifically was because of Kyrie.
So to the question, who looks worse? I'm saying they got asked to come there.
They know Steve Nash was there. So I don't know about the Steve Marks, but Steve Marks is the one that put everybody together. True. But they asked for Nash collectively. So now if you ask for Nash, you want him gone.
I feel like KD did that just to go along with the situation because of what happened in Golden State, where it's like the system was set up to where they don't even necessarily need a coach. Like respect to Steve Kerr. I think he's a great coach, but it's so much talent around. It's like you can't even get an opportunity to see if he's a bad coach or not because of the culture that's been built. And Brooklyn, Woody, and all them boys, the extras that was there that made it attractive for them to go there in the first place.
I feel you. Yeah, we got rid of them to get hired, which didn't even stay the season. Like, you know what I mean? But here's my
about it. I'm more saying is not though it should be. You should never have to choose a player over front of the house. That should never be. That should be get rid of me or this other player. Like it should never be. You know what I'm saying? Between that and the front of the house.
That was kind of crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, as an owner, I mean, what the fuck? Like you sign a contract. If we can't get, I'm just giving it to you like this, you can sit the fuck out if you want.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if from what I hear on reports and shit like that. I know sports analysts, but from what I see on TV, before I speak anything, from what I hear, they feel like he wouldn't do that. You feel me? No, but here's the thing: as an owner, I don't know demands for your trade is almost ridiculous because teams that made the contenders for you. For example, you want to go to Boston, that's fine. But what the fuck? Brooklyn won for Boston. Why the fuck go after that? They want Brown and fucking and Smart and fucking picks all that shit. Then what the fuck? Now it's just.
But that's management's choice.
That's also.
So you gotta fall like as management. You gotta say, yo, I made a mess by bringing Kyrie here, who didn't get along and didn't create a good atmosphere for the system. The coach is not forcing them to go along and win. So I gotta fall on that sword and say, all right. We made a mess. We gonna take an L because they're gonna take a lot. Even if they stick with them, they're gonna lose. They don't got an opportunity to win. So it's like let's take a loss. I'm taking Jaylen Brown and I'm taking some picks.
It just
reminded me of Boston getting niggas up. Like
they was gonna he was on the block. They was just asking for too much. They was gonna give up Jaylen. Kobe White and Jaylen Brown and a pick.
But Durant is worth 3 niggas. And a picker.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying with the injury, what I'm saying though, what that whole being said,
because then you stick Durant with
the Steve Kerr. I like Steve Kerr. I think he was an all right player and somewhat a decent coach. But I got to get on him like Bill Russell. Is it him that's coaching that, or is that still Mike Jackson's system that's there? We don't know that. Right. That's what I'm saying. And Mike Jackson got the fucking screw up in that shit. But that's a whole other story. But that's like.
I mean, that's who the fuck I need to bring it to Brooklyn. That's who need to coach fucking Brooklyn. It's Mark. Hey, America. Hey, America.
I think Mike Jackson go anywhere. Somebody will be considered.
But the reporters out there is they don't want the church in the locker room. You know, he's a pastor and all of that stuff too.
And that's the shit that I hate. That's the shit that I hate.
Church in the locker room. That's why they got rid of him.
And here's a fucked up part of America. Before we'll talk about before we end this. Here's a fucked up part. So. But we can have homosexual and transgenders in the locker rooms. Yeah. We can have somebody that was a man last week and a woman today go fucking meet with a bunch of women. We can do that though. Yeah. But we can't talk about whatever religion you want in the locker room. Get the fuck out of here. That's a whole nother side. Don't even get me started on that. It gets deep. That was the left. Yeah. Yeah, no, that shit is good. I'm the one that get deep on here. I'm the one that always take shit to the left, but I make you think when I say shit though. You feel me? Like, I thought about that for a second, right?
So what happened with Mark Jackson?
So Mark Jackson.
I remember this, like you just brought up the point of like that was the whole offense.
Right.
He got kicked out.
Right.
And Steve Kerr then went on a run.
Yeah. Right. So basically, every player that was there, like when Curry got drafted, Mark Jackson was coach. Yeah. When fucking Clay got drafted, Mark Jackson was coach.
Draymond, so forth.
Everybody, they whole things that you see winning championships. Yeah. Mark Jackson got them motherfuckers.
Well, I believe in these boys. His spiritual ways to the
organization.
Yeah.
They felt because outside of the city, so he's traveling to go and manage this situation, and part of it is just like you bringing religion into this environment and kind of forcing people to be a part of that, because that's the foundation of how you coaching. They don't want that as part of the culture because, like, we talking about business people, millionaires.
Yeah, they don't even understand. They don't even understand that. They don't even understand, especially when it comes to black coaches. That's how ways they get motherfuckers involved with them. Right. Bend your hands, hold your hands, let's play. Let's get, you know what I mean? This part of the foundation of how we was raised.
And the irony to that is Phil Jackson was on some, you know what I'm saying? That's the Zen master. He was a Laker.
Right. Yeah.
He was teaching them
Christianity
different, I guess. Because they don't. I guess it's like the I would say the history of Christianity as it pertains to American culture is a lot more controversial than Buddhism. Because
they don't understand Buddhism.
They understand it, so it don't even blend.
But my whole thing I even brought that up was like we can turn that shit turn to like any given time. But they always make you think. I always say some shit that how you like, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Because you gotta be, because motherfuckers don't like to talk about the elephant in the room. Layers, man. That's layer shit. All right, so let's just talk about Serena for a minute before we end this sports segment.
Hey, what you say?
You say, hey, boo. Everybody gonna say, hey, boo. Everybody gonna say, hey, boo. Absolutely. You know, in the Vogue magazine, she had hit a retirement at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I just want to throw a couple stats out there for you before our sports question pertaining to her. 23-time Grand Slam winner, 4-time gold medalist, 365 wins alone. You feel me? Started at 14, first Grand Slam in 98.
Yep.
So you think about all that longevity from 98 to now. 23 wins, doubles with her and her sister.
23 wins, double. Yep.
Right, but here's what she got going on. Here's what she got going on outside of this though. That got her like, this is what I'm gonna go. She has an investment firm. It's called Serena Ventures, right?
Okay.
It launches $111 million capital fund. Right? 78% of the company portfolios have been founded by women and people of color. So she's like, look, I got this shit popping right now. $100 million in your portfolio and the people that's working for you is women and people of color. Yeah. Talk about having another kid. Yeah, retirement is looking good. I mean, she at this point, what else does she have to prove?
I say as far as sports-wise.
Even if she gets that, she played this U.S. Open right now this year. She loses first round. Motherfuckers be like, you know what? The reason why is that
the most dominant athlete of all time.
Right. So with that being said, Rushmore, male or female?
Male and
tennis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, tennis, Mount Rushmore, male or female?
We know your shit gonna be in black and white.
Yo, his shit definitely black and white.
Well, wow.
There you go. We know that shit gonna be older than a motherfucker. These motherfuckers. Here we go.
Oh no, y'all go ahead. I'm just thinking.
You want to go?
I'll go first. I'll go first. Well, you know.
Let me see if you're the same one.
I think if Serena ain't the first person on
everybody, she better be on there. I don't know what she got to be on there.
I mean, so Serena, people overshadow because she might not be the GOAT, but she's GOAT tier.
I like Agassi is coming.
Yep, Agassi is coming. And man, there's a part of that. I'm a Gemini, so I split in half. There's a part of me that want to put McEnroe in that last spot. And then the other part of me want to put Arthur Ashe in that spot. The black side put Arthur Ashe in that spot. So it's a split between that. Maybe we could do like a half face. Half of it be McEnroe, half of it. But that's
rough for the crazy part about it is I don't even have Ashe or what's the name in my top first. I got Serena in my draft. I got Venus. I got Serena.
Right.
You got Venus, man. Put some respect.
No, I ain't got
on that.
Venus. No, as much as I love her, I ain't got it on there. I got Venus. I got P. Sampras.
Yup.
I got
Right.
and right now, and like the number 4 could go anyway. It could go Macro. It could go. But I'm gonna go Monica Seles as my last one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go Monica Seles at the end of
Yeah,
that.
I'm easy. You got most of mine.
Okay. You guys know
right.
much?
Nah, not really. I mean, like those lists, those are the names that I remember as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So y'all got it. But
Okay,
like, what I
okay.
would say is that the conversation we had at the beginning of like greatest athlete all time, like Serena kind of in that.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And the most influential.
Yeah. She got more wins than most franchises got championships.
Right.
You feel me? Like that's like if she
She's
ain't
like I said, literally the most dominant.
it's a fact.
Well, my list is pretty much the same as yours, but I would Martina Navratilova.
Okay.
She was probably the one of my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
grew up
I like
watching her and John McEnroe
Yeah.
and Pete Sampras and what's one
Djokovic. I like Nadal.
Yeah.
I like what's my girl? I'm so pretty. What's her name? Sharapova. I'm a big Sharapova fan. Like
you know what I do like in the tennis? Monfils. The black dude.
Yeah, Monfils is good. Yeah, he been coming along.
I like
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rafael Nadal. Yeah.
Nadal is
Yeah.
like too.
Yeah.
I play a lot of tennis on
His career finally took off once he was able to beat fucking Federer one fucking time. So the Joker, everybody had to get past Federer for their career to really take off. Because Joker beat Federer, his career. Yeah, ain't nobody beating him now. How many fucking Grand Slams?
That changed over to a woman. Kardashian dad.
Oh, he was a track runner. He was
track.
Yeah, he was a track. Yeah.
Okay, he did run track. I'm looking at it on the Wheatie box.
You remember the Wheaties box? You remember the Kardashian dad on the Wheaties box?
Yeah.
You talking about she was born in 52. You know what? Go ahead and click this, man. Click all this shit. Yeah, we be right back, dog. We holler at y'all. Hey. Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you? This young man, we act like this, man.
He said, he got the sex change and shit like that. He Kardashian.
He was on the Wheaties box.
I thought he played tennis. I'm sorry.
Do you know what Wheaties are? Okay, I know. Some people don't, though. You'd be amazed how so many people don't know Wheaties are.
Wheaties the only cereal that always put an athlete, some sort of athlete on their cover.
Right.
It's been going on since the 50s.
Jordan owned that motherfucking box for how many years?
Right. He was on that box for a couple years.
Well, yeah, right. Thank you.